Today we're here setting up a replica of Burden of Dreams, which is a famous boulder problem in Finland established by Nalle Hukkataival. It was quite a groundbreaking problem because it was the first to be graded 9A, so it's a bit of like a historical test piece in climbing and hasn't yet seen a repeat. So I went and tried it about a year ago and had a really hard time. It challenged me in ways I didn't really expect. But whilst I was out there, I managed to scan the boulder and the holds, and somebody reached out and 3D printed the scans that I'd had of the holds. My friends at Core Climbing kindly molded the 3D scans and have since poured them. And today we're setting up a replica here in the Lattice lockup. Come on, you cheeky guys. This is actually quite an exciting moment because basically, since I chatted to when Sean was trying it, he basically holds this in a really different way to how I was holding it. But I haven't really actually felt the hold since he told me that because it was in the Lake District and I've been in Sheffield. I basically want to be as high up so I can reach him from the start as possible. It's amazing how complex relatively simple things can get because the amount of measurements you need to get all of the holds in exactly the right place without any preconceptions of how the positions feel is insane. Oh, I forgot that. This was a scan I got of the whole boulder on this app, and basically I didn't trust it initially, but then compared it to the hand measurements I'd made with a measuring tape, and they were all pretty much exactly the same. And so this is way more convenient because basically the number of measurements you need, it gets all quite confusing. And so this is why this is quite good, because you can just click on different points on the scan and it gives you the measurements straight away. 195, I reckon about this angle. I'm absolutely butchering this paint job. Though to be fair, look at the state of that rubber mark. He's done that, he's done that. Barely even touches the top, which is of course my plan. Does look a lot better, doesn't it? It looks a lot more enticing anyway. The first move is probably the hardest. The holds kind of are in opposition and everything's quite close, all the feet. It's quite easy to generate, but you have very little stability in the position. So as soon as a limb comes off, timing is key. So you've got to move really quickly. Yeah, we've got some sofa cushions here, so I'm feeling quite tired today. So can have a mid-session nap if we need to. There's quite a few different ways to hold this left hand for the first move. I think, I haven't spoken to Nalle, but I think he holds it with his index in this very shallow bit, the middle finger in this little chip, which you can't really get much out of, and then mostly loads of ring finger in this scoop, and then pinky probably goes about here, so you hold it like this. The way Sean holds it, which is a close-up in his recent video, is he's lower down in this little scoop. It looks like he has his front two. His ring finger goes where my pinky was going, and then his pinky goes in this chip further back. And I think that pinky chip helps him have a bit more stability in compression, this way, and then he can feel it looks like he gets quite a lot out of the bottom of his left hand in this position, so it's worth trying. Oh, maybe that is good. I'm gonna have a couple of goes trying the way that I've tried it in the past with the higher foot. Hard. We've got hard moves. But that was holding it not the way that I was usually holding it. I was holding it one finger shifted up. So I'll have another go at that with index in the chip. Okay, yeah. Oh gosh. Now it's chomping me. Yeah, that does feel best for me. It's like you got to project yourself into that position as quick as you can. Get this so precisely, and then everything turn on at the same time. But you can't keep pressuring the foot throughout the movement. You almost have to like throw your weight rightwards, and then like obviously in the air time when your right hand comes off, you've got nothing to keep pressuring that right foot, so it's just your momentum until you hit this, and then you have to like ground yourself again. So it's like a lot to coordinate. You're kidding me. Rattled my skeleton, that one. Shiver my timbers. And then the second move is much more isometric. You kind of have to get your body into a good position where nothing moves, and you can get stability there to match in. Then you do like a little piano. You basically take your right index off to put your left thumb on. And once that's in place, you can take the left foot off, and it sets you up quite well to stab into the pinch, which I hold like front free, up high on the bed a bit, and then index, pinky low. And then the fourth move's the easiest move, so you can get quite well set up into the jump. The jump's quite strange, and I know Nale and both Sean, who's been trying it, they use quite a high foot, which is really close. I found it really awkward to generate off that foot. So I was using a lower foot, but then the swing becomes quite hard. It's in like an open 3-finger drag. It's quite a good hold, but just relies on a lot of skin contact and drag strength, which is something I don't have an awful lot of. On the real thing, like hanging in this position, it's kind of chilled. Like it's like you can like push your legs out and swing, and it's hard to engage on it well, but like hanging it's not hard at all. Whereas on this, even though it's like at less of an angle, I'm struggling even to like take my feet off. And it's not because of the left hand, because its in-cut isn't such an issue. It's more my right hand. It just feels like it's gonna slide. We can still practice generating to it. Okay. That's why I didn't try and go with it, because it really hurts the skin when you just slide straight off it. Ooh. I'm going to it at the moment knowing that like I can only just hold the position like if I pull on off the ladder with my weight already out, and even then like I'm like kind of barely trusting the texture. So like I'm kind of going to the hold, but with just no conviction really. Like the last couple of goes, like I had my hand kind of like where it needed to be, but I wasn't really, well, I kind of tried to hold it a little bit that time, slid off it instantly. Okay, that was delicate, but that's okay. Yeah, that'll do for today.